Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a reading from the new Sri Krishna Chaitanya book by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on May 27th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Karoti Vachalam Pangalang Ayate Garim Tatpachavahan Mande Sri Garam Nilatarinam Parmanandamalavam Sri Chaitanya Isam Hare Om Tat Sat Gaura Nataraj.
Gaura Nataraj, the crown jewel among all dancers, dances within millions of devotees along the banks of Bhagirathi.
চৈতন্য ভাগবত মন্দখণ্ড। প্রভুর ভাগীরথীর তীরে নৃত্য ও কীর্তনকারী ভক্তগণ সহ গমন। ভাগীরথী তীরে প্রভু নৃত্য করি যায়, আগে পাছে হরি বলি সর্বলোকে ধায়।
Lord Gauranga danced along the side of the Ganges Bhagirathi River.
Lord Gauranga danced along the side of the Ganges Bhagirathi river,
Along the bank. Everybody in front of him and behind him was chanting Hari Bol.
and everyone in front of him and behind him were chanting Hari Bol
Chanting the name of Hari.
and chanting the names of Hari.
আচার্য গোসাই আগে জন কত লইয়া নৃত্য করি চলিলেন পরমানন্দ হইয়া।
So Advaita Acharya, he took some men and went to the front.
Advaita Acharya, he took some men and went to the front.
With his group, he danced
With his group, he danced
in great ecstasy,
in great ecstasy
and they proceeded along.
as they proceeded along.
Remember that Lord Chaitanya had said that Advaita Acharya should lead the first group.
Remember that Lord Chaitanya had said that Advaita Acharya should lead the first group.
তবে হরিদাস কৃষ্ণ রসের সাগর আজ্ঞায় চলিলা নৃত্য করিয়া সুন্দর।
Haridas Thakur was leader of another group,
Haridas Thakur was the leader of another group,
and he was the ocean of pure love of Krishna.
and he was an ocean of pure love of Krishna.
By the order of Lord Chaitanya,
By the order of Lord Chaitanya,
he beautifully danced.
he beautifully danced
As they proceeded along,
as he proceeded along,
leading his group.
leading his group.
তবে নৃত্য করিয়া চলিলা শ্রীনিবাস, কৃষ্ণ সুখে পরিপূর্ণ যাহার বিলাস।
Sridhar Thakur was in charge leading the third group.
Srivas Thakur was in charge of leading the third group.
And there he danced as the group went on.
And there he danced as the group went on.
He was in full ecstasy of transcendental bliss
He was in
of
full
Krishna consciousness.
He was in full ecstasy of transcendental bliss of Krishna consciousness.
He was enjoying this while dancing in the procession.
And he was enjoying this dancing in the procession.
এই মতো ভক্তগণ আগে নাচি যায় সবারে বেরিয়া এক সম্প্রদায় গায়
In this way, the devotees were dancing in front of each procession.
In this way, the devotees were dancing in front of each procession.
And they were surrounded by a group of singers.
And they were surrounded by a group of singers.
সকল পশ্চাতে প্রভু গৌরাঙ্গ সুন্দর জায়েন করিয়া নৃত্য অতি মনোহর
Lord Gauranga Sundar
As the Lord Gauranga Sundar
was behind everyone.
was behind everyone.
He was dancing most enchantingly.
He was dancing most enchantingly.
মধুকণ্ঠ হইলেন সর্বভক্তগণ কভু নাহি গায়ে সেও হইল গায়ন
Each devotee sang very, very sweetly.
Each devotee sang very sweetly.
Even those who never sang before
Even those who never sang before
also engaged in singing.
were also engaged in singing.
মুরারি মুকুন্দ দত্ত রামাই গোবিন্দ বক্রেশ্বর বাসুদেব আদি ভক্ত বৃন্দ
Murari, Mukunda Datta, Ramai, Govinda, Vakreshwara, and Vasudev were among the devotees present there.
Vasudev and others.
Vasudev and others were among the devotees present there.
সবে নাচেন প্রভু বেরিয়া গায়েন আনন্দে পূর্ণিত প্রভু সংহতি যায়েন
All were dancing around Lord Gauranga.
They all were dancing around Lord Gauranga.
And they were also singing.
They were also singing.
In full ecstasy, the Lord, he continued along.
In full ecstasy, the Lord, he continued along.
প্রভুর দুই পার্শ্বে নিত্যানন্দ ও গদাধর নিত্যানন্দ গদাধর যাই দুই পাশে প্রেম সুদা সিন্ধু মাঝে দুইজন ভাসে
Lord Nityananda and Gadadhar were on the two sides, either side of the Lord.
Lord Nityananda and Gadadhar were on either side of Lord Gauranga.
The two were floating in an ocean of pure love of Krishna.
The two were floating in an ocean of pure love of Krishna.
Ecstatic love of Krishna.
They were floating in an ecstatic love of Krishna.
প্রভুর নিত্য দর্শনার্থ অসংখ্য লোকের গমন চলিলেন মহাপ্রভু নাচিতে নাচিতে, লক্ষ কোটি লোক ধায় প্রভুরে দেখিতে।
As Gauranga Mahaprabhu was dancing along,
As Gauranga Mahaprabhu was dancing along,
hundreds of thousands, millions of people
hundreds and thousands and millions of people
rushed to see the Lord dancing.
they ran and rushed to see the Lord dancing.
At that time, you can see that the procession of Lord Chaitanya
At that time, we can see that the procession of Lord Chaitanya
was like a great festival.
was like a great festival.
The entire Navadvip town, millions of people, they came out to see
The entire Navadvip town, millions of people, they came out to see
the dancing of Lord Chaitanya.
the dancing of Lord Chaitanya.
Everyone was filled in an ocean of transcendental nectarian bliss.
Everyone was filled in an ocean of transcendental nectarian bliss,
Especially Lord Nityananda and Lord Gadadharu.
especially Lord Nityananda and Lord Gadadhar Prabhu.
তৎকালীন শোভা। কোটি কোটি মহাতাপ জ্বলিতে লাগিল, চন্দ্রের কিরণ সর্বশরীরে হইল।
Millions and millions of torches,
Millions and millions of the torches,
burning torches,
millions and millions of the burning torches
were reflected on the bodies of the devoted people like the moon rays.
reflected on the bodies of the people like the moon rays.
So the people were all carrying burning torches.
The people were all carrying burning torches.
Millions of people, millions of torches.
There were millions of people and millions of torches.
It was an amazing sight.
It was an amazing sight.
All the people's body reflecting the rays of the torches.
And all the people's bodies were reflecting the rays of the torches.
And although the burning torches were somehow, the comparison is made with moon rays.
And although the torches were burning, somehow the comparison is made with moon rays. So they were cooling.
Which is very cooling.
Which is very cooling.
These are not small torches, these are large, fiery torches.
These are not small torches. These are large, fiery torches.
চতুর্দিকে কোটি কোটি মহাদেব জলে, কোটি কোটি লোক চতুর্দিকে হরি বলে।
On the four sides are millions of people, millions of burning, flaming torches.
In the four sides, there were millions of people and millions of burning and flaming torches.
Millions of these people were dancing and chanting the names of Hari.
And millions of these people were chanting and dancing the names of Hari.
Hari Bol!
Hari Bol!
Hari Bol!
Hari Bol!
Chankasi, and wanted to see this, millions of people all carrying burning torches. It must have been very amazing for him.
When Chankadi saw all these millions of people carrying burning torches, it must have been very amazing for him.
প্রভুর নৃত্য দর্শনে নদিয়াবাসীগণের আনন্দ কোলাহল। দেখিয়া প্রভুর নৃত্য অপূর্ব বিকার আনন্দে বিহল লোক নদীয়ার
Seeing Lord Gauranga's dancing,
Seeing Lord Gauranga's dancing,
which was an incomparable, wonderful manner.
which was in an incomparable, wonderful manner.
The people of Nadia district,
The people of Nadia,
Nadia became overwhelmed, ecstatic love.
the people of Nadia became overwhelmed with ecstatic love.
মনে হয় প্রভু অঙ্গ সব ধুলাময় নয়নের জলে ক্ষণে সব পাখালয়
Sometimes the Lord Gauranga's body was covered with dust.
Sometimes Lord Gauranga's body was covered with dust.
Sometimes the water from his eyes
And sometimes the water from his eyes
would completely wash his entire body.
would completely wash his entire body.
He was crying constantly in love of Krishna.
He was crying constantly in love of Krishna.
These tears washed his body.
So these tears washed his body.
সে কম্প সে ঘর্ম সে বা পুলক দেখিতে পাষণ্ডের চিত্তবৃত্তি লাগায়ে নাচিতে
To see the trembling in his body,
On seeing the trembling of his body,
perspiration of his body,
the perspiration of his body,
the way his hairs were standing on end,
the way his hairs were standing on end,
even the atheists'
even the atheists'
consciousness was affected.
even the atheists' consciousness was
They
affected.
started to dance.
They started to dance.
নগরে উঠিল মহাকৃষ্ণ কোলাহল হরি বলি ঠাই ঠাই নাচয়ে সকল
Now the city was filled with the loud vibration of Krishna's name.
The city of Navadvip was filled with the loud vibration of Krishna's name.
Everyone was chanting then the name of Hari and dancing in ecstasy.
Everyone was chanting the names of Hari and began to dance in ecstasy.
হরিও রাম রাম হরিও রাম রাম হরি বলি নাচয়ে সকল ভাগ্যবান
All the people, all the fortunate people
All the fortunate people
danced
danced
and chanted
and chanted
Hari and Ram Ram, Hari and Ram Ram.
Hari and Ram Ram, Hari and Ram Ram.
Haribo.
Haribo.
ঠাই ঠাই এই মতে মেলি দশ পাঁচে কেহ গায় কেহ বায় কেহ মাঝে নাচে
At various places along the way,
At various places along the way,
10 or 5 people
10 or 5 people
would gather together.
would gather together.
Sometimes they would chant, sometimes they would play instruments,
Sometimes they would chant, sometimes they would play instruments,
sometimes they would dance.
and sometimes they would dance.
They would be dancing in the midst.
They would be dancing in their midst.
লক্ষ লক্ষ কোটি কোটি হইল সম্প্রদায় আনন্দে নাচিয়া সর্বনবদ্বীপে যায়
hundreds of thousands, millions, in the various groups.
Hundreds and thousands and millions of various groups.
They, in great ecstasy,
They, in great ecstasy,
went throughout the entire Navadvip town.
went throughout the entire Navadvip town.
হরয়ে নম কৃষ্ণ যাদবায় নম গোপাল গোবিন্দ রাম শ্রীমধুসূদন
One thing they chanted was
One thing they chanted was,
Hari Haraye Namo Krishna Yadavaya Namo Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan.
কেহ কেহ নাচয়ে হইয়া এক মেলি দশে পাঁচে নাচে কাহা দিয়া করো তালি
Some were dancing alone,
Some were dancing alone,
some in groups of 10 or 5,
and some in groups of 10 or 5,
clapped their hands and danced.
clapped their hands and danced.
দুই হাত জোড়া দি তৈলের ভাজনে এ বড় অদ্ভুত তালি দিলে ন কেমনে
Although they were holding in the two hands torches and oil, it
Although they were holding in their two hands torches and oil,
was wonderful, very wonderful how they managed to also clap their hands.
it was very wonderful how they managed to also clap their hands. Thus ends the chapter entitled Gaura Nataraj, the crown jewel among all dancers, dances with millions of devotees along the banks of Bhagirathi.
How the people, by seeing the Lord dancing,
How the people, by seeing the Lord dancing,
by seeing the procession along the path,
by seeing the procession along the path,
torches that spontaneously became enthused, but also sang and dance.
they spontaneously became enthused to also sing and dance
Play musical instruments.
and play musical instruments.
And this Sankirtan, the entire Navadvip city,
By this Sankirtan, the entire Navadvip city
was swept along.
was swept along.
And we can see how amazing was the dancing of the Lord
So we can see how amazing was the dancing of the Lord
in the midst of these hundreds of thousands and millions of devotees.
in the midst of these hundreds and thousands and millions of devotees.
So everyone was completely ecstatic,
So everyone was completely ecstatic,
completely Krishna conscious.
completely Krishna conscious.
This procession unparalleled.
This procession was unparalleled.
We have in Mayapur during our Gaur Purnima festival,
We have in Mayapur during our Gaur Purnima festival
10 or 15,000 people
10 or 15,000 people.
participate.
10 or 15,000 people who participate.
And that seems like a lot of people,
And that seems like a lot of people.
but nothing compared to this procession,
But it is nothing compared to this procession,
where hundreds of thousands and millions of people
where hundreds and thousands and millions of people
all participated,
all participated,
singing the names of Hari,
singing the names of Hari,
chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
And chanting Hare Hare Nama Krishna, Hare Nama, Gopal Govinda Ram, Sri Madhusudan.
Or chanting Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Gopal Govinda Ram, Sri Madhusudan.
Even the atheists were swept along and began to sing and dance.
Even the atheists were swept along and began to chant and dance.
Lord Chaitanya vowed not to carry any weapon of violence.
Lord Chaitanya, he vowed not to carry any weapon of violence.
But his amazing display of ecstasy of dancing
But his amazing display of ecstasy of dancing
was able to change the hearts of everyone who saw and participated.
was able to change the hearts of everyone who saw or participated.
In this way, the demonic nature
In this way, the demonic nature
was completely destroyed by Lord Chaitanya.
was completely destroyed by Lord Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Everybody became happy and ecstatic
Everybody became happy and ecstatic
in love of Krishna.
in love of Krishna. This is a comment. Lord Gauranga's intimate associates, witnessing Sri Mahaprabhu in ecstasy together with all the fortunate residents of Navadvip, Srila Guru Maharaj, by your mercy, we are recipients of hearing this crest jewel dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Comment by Chudamani Das.
What can I say?
What can I say?
This was the order of Srila Prabhupada that
This was the order of Srila Prabhupada.
I should write the pastime of Lord Chaitanya.
That I should write the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya.
So taking the different books of Chaitanya pastime,
So taking the different books of Chaitanya pastimes,
this nectar is pouring out.
this nectar is pouring out.
I don't have any qualification to properly explain these things.
I don't have any qualification to properly explain these things.
And being swept along by these ecstatic waves
I'm being swept along by these ecstatic waves.
and beyond my ability to do anything but
And it is beyond my ability to do anything.
somehow I'm just floating in this ocean of bliss.
Somehow I am just floating in this ocean of bliss.
And what can I say?
And what can I say? Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble, respectful pranam unto your lotus feet. Begging for your blessings, Guru Maharaj, please give your blessings and mercy, and asking for forgiveness. Falling at your lotus feet, I committed many mistakes and offenses. Please forgive me. But I am now very, very serious in practicing Shuddha Bhakti, chanting more and more rounds, constantly taking names of Krishna. Please bless me, Guru Maharaj, your spiritual daughter, Nagda Chiti Rani Devi Dasi.
I think you're in America now.
I think you are in America now.
I'm very happy to hear that you're very, very, very serious.
I'm very happy
your-
to hear that you are very, very, very serious
practicing your bhakti.
in practicing pure bhakti.
There's unlimited happiness in the two syllables Krishna and Na.
There is unlimited happiness in the two syllables Krish and Na.
By the mercy of Prabhupada
So by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada
and previous acharyas,
and the previous acharyas,
we have the opportunity to chant His holy name.
We have the opportunity to chant these holy names.
To hear how Lord Chaitanya was giving out His mercy
We hear how Lord Chaitanya, he was giving out his mercy
freely to everyone.
freely to everyone.
Throughout the entire Navadvip, dance in bliss,
He got the entire Navadvip to dance in bliss,
dance in ecstasy.
dance in ecstasy.
So Prabhupada was saying that Lord Chaitanya could even get the animals in Jharkhand to dance.
Srila Prabhupada was saying that Lord Chaitanya could even get the animals in Jharikanda to dance.
But by His mercy, we can get at least the human beings to dance.
But by his mercy, we could at least get the human beings to dance
Chant Hare Krishna.
and chant Hare Krishna.
That would be wonderful.
That will be wonderful.
Now with the coronavirus pandemic,
Now with the coronavirus pandemic,
which has come on the human species because of our breaking laws of nature,
which has come on the human species because of breaking laws of nature,
breaking laws of God.
breaking laws of God.
Therefore, people would chant the holy names,
Therefore, people should chant the holy names,
and they can be forgiven for their offenses.
and they can be forgiven for their offenses,
The whole world can change.
and the whole world can change.
Thank you very much for being so serious.
Thank you very much for being so serious.
Nanda Titi Rata Rani Devi Dasi,
Nagna Jiti Rani Devi Dasi,
my dear spiritual daughter.
my dear spiritual daughter. Guru Maharaj, what is the significance of chanting in the Brahma Muhurta, not able to practice at home? Balaji Tirupati.
Brahma Muhurta is most auspicious time of the day.
Brahma Muhurta is the most auspicious time of the day.
If we chant at that time, it's very beneficial.
If you chant at that time, it is very beneficial.
Even during this lockdown period,
Even during this lockdown period,
you can see the artis and Mayapur and different places
we can see the artis in Mayapur and different places
by the Mayapur TV.
by the Mayapur TV.
In my room, I'm not allowed to go down to the temple. I'm seeing the Mongol arti.
In my room, I'm not allowed to go down to the temple, but I am seeing the Mangalarti.
So, if you have a mobile phone or TV with YouTube or something,
So if you have a mobile phone
or TV,
or TV with YouTube or something,
you can see the Mayapur TV,
you can see the Mayapur TV
see the Mongol arti live.
and see the Mangalarti live.
I saw many devotees out in their house,
Or I saw many devotees have in their house
deities.
deities.
So early as possible, get up and chant and do the arti for your deities.
So as early as possible, get up and chant and do arati for your deities.
We had what they call here a storm from the northeast called the Kal Vaisakhi.
We have a storm from the northeast
Called the Kal Vaisakhi.
called the Kal Vaishakhi.
It's a gale wind,
It's a gale wind,
about 60 or 80 kilometers an hour.
about 60 or 80 kilometers an hour.
A few days ago, we had the Amphan
So a few days ago, we had the Amphan
super cyclone,
super cyclone,
which did tremendous damage on southern Bengal and even Calcutta.
which did tremendous damage in southern Bengal and even Kolkata,
And also blew down some trees in Nadia.
and also blew down some trees in Nadia.
Two of our houses were blown over. two of our houses.
2 of our houses were blown over.
So it seems that we're having lots of storms at this time.
So it seems that we're having a lot of storms at this time.
At the same time, we're having the coronavirus.
At the same time, we're having the coronavirus.
So I hope that you're all keeping well and chanting Hare Krishna.
I hope that you're all keeping well and chanting Hare Krishna.
So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I will.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.